welcome back to another weekly showcase of progress at the Sharkstead. I'm Mark and I'm going to show you what we've been up to for the last 7 days. Now I'm currently stood outside the front door and we have already recorded this week's episode prior to this one, but the sound quality isn't very pleasant to listen to through the phone, and it's very windy and we can't get a good footage outside. So I'd love to show you what we've been up to. It's not much because the weather has been pretty bad, so it's mainly just clearing land and maintaining and propagating some things from next door. So we're going to hopefully show you more in depth next week, but for now we're going to step inside the warm without any mud and show you what we've been up to whilst we've been locked inside, propagating plants and stuff like that. So follow me inside and let's crack on. Okay, so we're back inside now in the hallway, nice and warm, and it's a lot more pleasant for people to watch when you don't have all the wind background noise. So like I say, we'll get that better in the future or next week's episode. Okay, so we're currently in the hallway of the main house, and we've chosen this area to try and start propagating some of our plants ready for taking out in spring in our neighbour's plot. So we're just going to show you our little setup. It is very basic, but we're just doing what we can with what we've got. So we've started, there's a lot going on, so I'm going to try and talk linearly to see what we've done. So the original ones that we started about a week ago, just after recording last week's episode, we've got some lettuces, kale, basil, sage and thyme. You can see some thymes coming up there. And we've got cauliflower, broccoli, and one tray full of peas there, which we sowed on the 31st of Jan. And then we've got peas here as well. We've also got peppers, cherry tomatoes and other things going there. And red cabbage and some grapes. So we're quite happy with the progress so far. You can see we've got a few little avocados there as well. They're not very likely to survive outside until they are quite mature, maybe a metre and quite established root system, because they're not very cold hardy and they're not native to Bulgaria. But we're giving it a go, got nothing to lose. These are some of the roses that Anisha has cut from Stefka's bush near the tree of her house. And we're trying different methods. We've had attempts in the past and with no success. So we're also trying to do a sweet potato there, that little ugly thing on the windowsill. But I'd like to show you, we've got a few other things lined up down here. So we want to get the pollinators in just as much as we want the produce to eat for ourselves. It's top priority. So we've got wildflowers, we've got ox heart, tomatoes. They're really good for preserving and canning because it's almost one tomato per jar. So we're really happy we got some of them. Cucumbers, those are almost ready to be sowed. And some perennials and some parsley. So these are really good because it also adds a bit of vibrant colour to your diet, especially if you get the edible ones. And if you're lucky and do the research like what we've been doing, you find out that some of them actually have medicinal properties, and we're really looking forward to that. So as well as the perennials, the flowers, medicinal properties of certain things we're trying to achieve in the garden as well. And it's just been making like a monthly schedule and register of what's required job-wise and for growing in certain areas and certain times of the year. And we're trying to learn more Bulgarian as we go. So January, so I won't go through every single word, but you can see for the March, we've got advice, we've got transplant information, sowing information, July, etc. And then if you go to the back, Nish has been making quite a good information pack per page of things. So kartoffel is Bulgarian for potatoes, zele is kale, and this information is mainly for like companion plants, enemy plants, and just really good information for, planting information, watering information. All this is a go-to book that Anisha's made for us
for all the things that we want to grow.
Exactly. So there's still a few things to do. But it takes a while to get the information relevant to the growing zone of Bulgaria that we're in, because there's a lot of stuff on the internet that is mainly America based, and you've got to sift through all that and find the most relevant to you. And each environment is different and will result in different effects. So it's really good. It's really good. We're working hard to not only gain information on everything that we're growing, but with that and advice from the locals, advice from my dad, who's been doing it for about 4 years now, growing his own food and poultry. He raises his own ducks and birds. So it may not be a labour intensive week that we've had, but we're always doing something. We're always busy. And it's just nice to know and tell the subscribers and the followers that we're not just like, right, snowed in, that's it. We're not going to do any progression towards any goal. It's just, we're always working towards something. So I know this week's been a bit different. And like I say, it's incredibly windy out there. And it's not worth the bad quality video for you lot to watch. So thanks again for watching. Let us know any comments, if you've grown anything, if you've propagated anything so far. And tell us what you think about the setup that we've got. It's very temporary, but we're doing what we can. So hit that notification bell, because we've got a walk around tour coming soon. It's been 3 months since our last one, and we'd love for you to watch that and comment on that. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.